KollinsPlays Feed the Beast Monster. Hello, zombie trophy. It's a new thing from Open Blocks. Alright guys, we're back and Feed the Beast. And we got our bag down to bare minimum. We got backup sword, we got some stone pick, stone shovel, some of the scaffolding stuff, another bag, 10 obsidian, and then we got the staff of traveling, which I probably should play with an overworld first, but whatever. Safari net, and then I made this scraper thing, which is really easy to make. This is advanced genetics. I don't know anything about advanced genetics except for that's how you make a scraper. And then my mining turtle, so if he's the only guy that can mine obsidian, I don't have a diamond pick. And then we brought Chompy, and I got flint and steel. We're going to make a linking book back here. We're going to call this bad boy home base. Starter base. How about that? Since it is starter base. And there is no there is no ender pouch for me to accidentally stick this in, because I've done that before. Took my way back home and stuck it in a system that sent items to my chunk loaded base. Yeah, and I didn't have it anymore. That wasn't good. But vanilla nether portal sits on 1/8 coordinates. So we got good thing here. We can link it up and make it all bound to, and if we have to move a portal, we're going to bring our flint and steel. We're going to stick a bunch of stuff in the bag until we need it, and then we got our get out of jail free card. We got our basic armor on. I'm only wearing the chest plate. These are steel boots. It says Railcraft, but you can make it with the Rotary Craft HSLA steel. So we're going to the Nether. Got to do it. I don't know what my problem is, why I've been putting this off. Achievement get. Download terrain. Why have I been putting this off for so long? This isn't, what's this crap? Flesh. Holy cow. I don't know what that fiery looking thing is, but what's the little crumbly thing? Is that something not rendering? Is that like a cloud? Okay. Waypoints. Add. Name. How come I can't give you a name? Okay. Back. Exit menu. Alright, we got another portal menu. We need nether supplies. Oh, that's just the flesh making the particle. Flesh. Really? It doesn't chop with the stone pick. Did I bring a good pick? Let's grab a little bit of this nether quartz. I don't know. Do zombie pigmen get mad at you for chopping nether quartz now? We need glowstone. Show me glowstone. This is weird, this freaky flesh stuff. Glowstone right there, right above the portal. Flesh. Really? Flesh. Alright, we need just... This is pretty dull. There ain't a whole lot here, which is probably not a bad thing. I shouldn't complain. Is that the new ores? Is that the new texture for ores? That looks like vanilla nether quartz. What's this crud over here? What is that? I just want the tooltip. What are you? Nether sulfur. Oh, that's junk. There's one of those trees down there. I'm not seeing a fortress. Flesh. I landed in a pile of flesh. Yuck. Is there anything good? There's no ghast. This is the most boring nether trip I've ever taken. Aside from Skyblock, which was not really the nether, it was just a platform of nothing. This is... yeah. Let's grab mushrooms. We don't have these, do we? No monsters. Just all this flesh that pops. Why did I go all the way down there for these mushrooms that are right here? What was I thinking? Flesh, really? Okay, yeah. Well, let's get flight and come back here. That was the most weak sauce nether trip ever. Pile of flesh, whatever that crud is. Skyblock was almost more exciting, and I just landed on a block of glowstone. Whatever. Whatevers. So I'm wearing this the power armor chest plate, and I figured the glider thing, so when you jump you press sneak key, which is shift on most keyboards. So if I jump and sneak, I'm gliding with my power armor. No need for the actual separate glider. And here's pretty much where I spawned in the world. There's my crafting table still. And I found the zombie spawner. Did I mention this? I don't know if I cut this or not. There's a zombie spawner, and this is the most ghetto spawner turned into a farm that I've ever done. So there's half slabs up here, so there's only half a block gap, so baby zombies can't get through. And then there's half slabs that you stand on, so you're high enough, and you just kill them and get zombie flesh and a trophy, which is why I had a trophy. This was right next to my world spawn. It's almost so close that I'm amazed stuff even spawns in this thing, because it's almost too close to your spawn in point to actually do it. But I needed zombie flesh. Damn knockback sword. Knock him back into a corner so I can grab the loot. So I've been playing with this crazy crop stuff. Bees were bad enough. This is next level bees. This is magic crops. So I figured out a bunch of this stuff. I thought it was nature. There are some nature crops, but these are magical crops. So these are like vanilla type stuff. Not really vanilla, but I got, you know, strawberries and blackberries. Yeah. And then with this essence. So I was like, what's essence crop? And I grew a bunch of stuff. All the seeds I had when I first started out, I just stuck them in the world. I'm like, whatever. What is essence seeds? What do you do with essence dust? And I'm like, well, okay, so you need this stone and you make essence dots. And what do you do with that? And oh my gosh, it needs a diamond and an emerald, and I used an emerald. And you can make infused coal. Is that better than regular coal? We'll have to figure that out. But I've been totally getting into this. And each plant, when you break it, only ever drops one seed. So I only get one seed return. So there's no duplicate anything. You grow, once you get one seed, it'll only make one crop. But I've been playing with this dang magic crop. So I got enough stuff. These regular essence, you combine these to make the little dots. You combine 4 dots to make these. You combine 4 of those with the regular seed and whatever, depending on what tier it is, but glowstone. So I made a redstone one with that recipe, and now I have a glowstone one. So now I'm going to grow glowstone because the nether is boring. And I got a whole bunch over here. So there's iron. So we started with the essence. There's some coal in here. And then I made tin and copper and redstone. I got a redstone crop. And then I finally got up to iron. Iron's crazy. This is totally grindy. And then we got this fertilized dirt, which is the recipe with the zombie flesh, which is why I made the zombie spawner. So I changed the farm around. There's no more jungle tree. It takes a lot of... It makes a lot of lag when when trees grow in general. You plant a tree, the leaves spawning and generating, and then lighting updates and all that stuff. A tree takes a lot. So we made this cyclic assembler, which is another TE machine. And you put a pattern in here, and my coal crops make coal essence. When it gets 8 of them, it makes a piece of coal. When it makes a piece of coal, it puts it in the motor. So kind of like the tree farm, and this is all cheaty, croppy things, but whatever. We're going to try that out, see what it looks like. It's much quieter, and I have all this wood and coal and charcoal, and yeah, you build a better barrel, and then you have to upgrade it to, and then once you upgrade it, it increases the how does that work? You upgrade the structure. So these are normal barrels. These are barrels that have been upgraded to wood structure and then iron structure, and then the iron structure holds 3 upgrades, and then you have to actually put an upgrade in it. And to upgrade the capacity, each capacity upgrade, you got to build another barrel and 2 pistons, and then you'll upgrade the capacity. And I basically just ran out of iron. So without and so I upgraded this and forgot to put the upgrade thingies in there. Couldn't make them because they take 2 barrels. So instead I got multiple barrels of this damn vines, and I actually figured out that machine thing. So the DC electric motor and the fermenter, and then this is the screwdriver tool from Rotary Craft, which is pretty easy. It's just iron and a stick and yeah, whatever. So you pop this guy in the ground, and he's got that little red box, so that's what he'll feed into, and then you can use the screwdriver to turn him around. And then this machine goes on the ground, and you can use the screwdriver to turn him around. So he's on input and output. And he's got 2 modes, so he's got this target mode. Whatever, it seems to not work now. But anyway, you stick some dirt in here, dirt and sugar in there, and it makes this stuff here, this brown stuff. And then the brown stuff needs to go in with some sort of plant matter. And you can't put jungle vines, you can't put vines in a bioreactor to make biofuel. You can't turn vines into biofuel in, you can't do it with MFR, you can't do it with forestry. Vines are pretty much nothing. You can make vine scaffolding and that's it. This thing takes vines. So after you use the sugar, you get this mulchy stuff, and then the mulchy stuff with some sort of plant matter, which I used all those vines, and the whole thing needs water. It produces this stuff, and then you gotta cook it, so it produces raw something that you turn into, it produces sludge. So sludge, you cook it and you get ethanol crystals. So I have a whole bunch of ethanol crystals. So that's what the, can I break with you? No? Can I break with you? Is this the one that doesn't work with this, you have to have an upgraded pick? No, it works. Alright. So I did those guys, and they're noisy as heck, so that DC motor is very noisy. But I looked at jetpack, so there's this, is the Rotary Craft jetpack. So here's the Rotary Craft jetpack. So you need this base panel, which is pretty simple. It's like a slab. So 3 stone makes a stone slab. 3 HSLA steel makes 3 base panels. Is it 6 or 3? 3 steel makes 3 base panels. And then you need the reservoir, so you need more of those base panels. And that's the easy part. This compressor, bunch more HSLA steel, and then a gear, which is kind of like a regular, but you get 3 of them out of there, so that's not too bad. And then you get to this. So you need 2 of these combustors and 2 of these diffusers. So the combustor, more HSLA steel, and then this ignition unit, which is more HSLA steel, and then gold. And you need 2 of those combustors, so 2 sets of that. And then you need 2 of these diffusers, which is more HSLA steel. So you need a couple of stacks, probably, of HSLA steel. I have 4. I think I stuck 9 in here, so there's 9 cooking in there. 10? Oh, cool. Did it give me a bonus? Because I only stuck 9 in there, I swear. So that's Rotary Craft's jetpack, and we might build one of those. We got all of this stuff. So this all came from 1 stack of sugar. Because I was like, 1 stack of sugar would probably make 1 stack of this stuff. Nope, all of this ethanol crystals came from 1 stack, and I think you have to put this in. You can do it, you can put it in a magma crucible, but to make the ethanol, there's a Rotary Craft machine. We'll mess with that, and then we can also do the things that we needed for the power armor. So show me ion thruster. So here's the ion thruster, which you can do the advanced machine casing, or you can do the JSON, which is French for thermal expansion. So the thermal expansion one, you just need an bar and wiring and glowstone, and then you need these force field emitters. So I think we needed 4 of these thrusters to power things up. So 8, that's going to be 8 of these force field emitters. Yeah. So 8 of those is 4 ender pearls each. That's 4 ender pearls in an advanced circuit. This is wiring stuff and a full test rack frame, which is also just, wow, look at that. That's I believe that's 8. One bucket of ender. So I think one bucket of ender is like 10 ender pearls. So that makes the tesseract frame. So you gotta have all those ender pearls to make jetpack in here. So that's how you do it in rotary craft. That's how you do it in power armor. So we made our little seed. Where's my IC2? So here's the Industrial Craft 2 jetpack. So advanced circuit, which is smashing all that steel and wire and copper and crud, which we made. And then the advanced circuit goes with this plating, which is more double smashing stuff. And then you make a bat box, which is pretty simple, and then more glowstone, and we got an electric jetpack, which if I hold this in my hand, should have no power. And my universal charger pad, are you charging? Do I have to wear you to charge you? You are universal charger and you are full and you should be charging. Alright, so the other way to do the universal charger is we need one of these things. Are you gonna work? Oh yeah, okay. You used to be able to stand on a universal charger and it would charge stuff that you were wearing. Why does standing on a universal charger not charge stuff? We got one electric jetpack. Old Industrial Craft 2. The same recipe that's been around forever. And now we have flight, and I have to figure out, I'm gonna have to figure out the hover key, hover mode. Alright. And then this is portable tank. So this is a hardened portable tank, which is an upgrade version of it. Because I used my other portable tank. Where is you stashed at? You're stashed here. Inside this portable tank, I have almost 8 buckets of fluid dot molten redstone, which you can make in a smeltery. Oh yeah, I forgot about the jetpack. You can make it in a smeltery, but and you can stick it into the this thing, the fluid transposer, but it won't fill up your energy cell. So that was waste. Oh, we didn't get nether brick. Alright, well I'll go back to the nether and do all the boring stuff. So this thing is worthless. I got a tank full of redstone fluid that I can't use. And we got the big tank for lava to fill this thing up. And then this is molten, this is aluminum brass, which is 1 copper and 3 aluminum. And we can use this to make patterns. In fact, let's make a pattern. So this is basic, Tinker's Construct. This is T-Construct 101. So I built all these myself because there's a couple of these when you build them, it gives you the book automatically. Like as soon as you craft it, you get the book, which is why I didn't want to steal the villager stuff. So we're probably going to need... Can you put a paper binder in here? We're probably going to need binders. So you put binder in there, and then you pour the molten aluminum brass on top of it. When it dries out, boom. So now I got a cast for that tool. And then you basically do the same with whatever that you want to make metal tools out of. And then we don't want to use aluminum brass for tools, but when you decide what tools you want to make, you just pop that little cast in there, and then boom, that's Tinker's Construct. So that's the grindy start to Tinker's Construct. Then once you make all these castings, you can make metal stuff. And the metal stuff you can't put together in this tool station. You have to use the metal tool station, which is this tool forge. And you need 4 blocks of iron. And I have 5 pieces of iron to my name, because I've been dumping it all on this HSLE steel stuff. But yeah, we'll get down the Tinker's Construct thing. And then we got all these magic essence crud. So I've been grinding this stuff like crazy. So you need this essence dust, which you can get from these plants, and sometimes you get it from mining too. And then 4 of these essence dusts make a dot, 4 dots make a regular, 4 regulars make a strong, and then 4 strongs make an extreme. So it's multiplicative, and I haven't even made any extreme yet. These are the ones you need to make diamonds out of. There's also some crazy coal, so you can make infused coal. Is that better than regular coal? We'll have to find out. But I'll probably do a bunch of this stuff off camera because it's really grindy and I don't really want to bore everybody with it. But we got some coal to do all that stuff. We got a whole bunch of charcoal from the tree farm, which I ripped out because it's, you know, it's a tree farm. Tree grows, then you can put it on steroids and it grows really fast. But every time a giant jungle tree grows, look how big those things are. You got block lighting updates and all the sorts of stuff happens, and then the MFR tree farm harvester goes off and it chops it down like crazy. And each time it chops something, there's more lighting updates. It gets a little leggy. It's fun to watch, but yeah, it bogs the system down. So we might do some of this magic crop stuff because it's just a little crop and it pops it up and the harvester planter works fine on it. So I've been doing this. So how do you get these basic seeds? Well, they randomly drop in the world, these essence seeds. So I took old reliable hobbyist steam engine, hooked them up to Ender IO because you can't feed them into TE's duct because TE's duct won't take in MJs, it'll only put out MJs. But Ender IOs will take in MJs. So I got the hobbyist steam engine from Railcraft, puts out MJs, and it puts it in there. So I took old efficiency, stuck a stack of charcoal in there, fired them up on the harvester, told the harvester I want to keep some stuff, void pipe the rest. So I got a bunch of seeds and some flowers that we can turn into dye and make biofuel, and then I got 11 of these essence seeds, letting this thing grind up a whole stack of charcoal. So we'll use those essence seeds to make more of this essence crud, and maybe we'll make the infused coal and we'll power a base with that. But I want to do like a base. I want to do a big base. I want power in the sky. So we got this angel block, which you make. This is really easy to make. Gold, obsidian, some feathers. So this thing's cool. Direwolf plays with this. If you've ever seen him do it, you're up in the air or you're wherever you want. There's no blocks connected me. And you right click, it's in the world. Check you out, and I can build off of it. I can stand on it. I can place blocks on it. I can go up in the sky, which is what I want to do. I want to build a base in the sky, or not a base, but I want to build a power plant in the sky, and have all my power producing stuff, no matter how leggy it is. It's off in the sky somewhere, maybe far away from me, sitting in one chunk, just that chunk loaded, all by itself, producing power, and then remotely feeding it to my base, either with tesseracts or ender tanks or ender chests or whatever we do. Maybe we'll do some ore processing up there, and that way all the machines going at it, I won't have to hear them. We'll put these noisy DC electric motors up there because those are louder than the heck. Even though I figured out the sound muffler thing, I thought, for some reason I thought the sound muffler needed a diamond. It's just a note block, which is just wood and a piece of redstone. But we'll make sound mufflers, and each one of these DC motors will have its own sound muffler because they're loud. And then we got to figure out the bedrock thing for Rotary Craft, which we'll have to do. But my next objective is to go out into the world, find a place that I want to call home for permanent, because this I don't want to be my permanent home, and find a place that I can go up in the sky and drop a power plant up there and set that up using the angel block. And then I got some supplies for that, so we'll do bricks and stuff like that. And then we got this quite clear glass, we'll do some of that. And then we'll throw barrels and some sort of sorting system up there and have it sorting and storing charcoal or coal or power infused essence coal or whatever we do. We'll get all that going, and I got a bunch of this charcoal will definitely prime whatever system I need to do, and then we'll play with this stuff. So I figured this thing out. This is open block sprinkler, and then that's remote IO water reservoir, which is not lit up blue, you can see, but it's even when it's not lit up blue, it puts out a little tiny bit of water, which is enough for the sprinkler. So in a harvester planter setup, normally your harvester sits right there. If I put a harvester here, I gotta put pipes into the harvester, and then there's no way to put pipes in here, because normally you need an open block sprinkler on top of an open blocks tank. But the open blocks tank is going to need a way to get water in, so I'd have to put a pipe on one of the sides or something, or not have it sitting right on top. But with this water reservoir, I can put my planter right there, I can put the water reservoir right there, put the sprinkler right on top, smack dab in the middle of my farm, have it out to this range here, which works really well, and have the harvester chopping everything down, have it feeding stuff back in here. It'll all work. It'll be up in the sky. You have a sound block. You're supposed to be quiet, cow. So that's what we'll do. And then we got our 2 jetpacks. So we got our 2 IC2 jetpacks. One in there, one I'm wearing. And maybe we'll figure out this power armor thing. We get enough armor, enough iron. Maybe we'll figure out this rotary craft stuff when we get enough iron for that. And then we'll go out into the world and we'll do some exploring and find a place to stay and call it home and set up base, move all this stuff. And then my plan for this, since this is not, I didn't plan on actually having a permanent base here, I'm going to rip all this stuff out, put some grass back in here, and then what I think I'll do is Biomes of Plenty has a sacred oak, which you might have to look that up on YouTube. It grows this crazy oak tree. Which is like super leggy to grow because it just takes forever to grow and it's giant. But maybe we'll grow one of those over here and just leave it here. And then the other one is, so Biomes of Plenty did Sacred Oak. MFR, top that. Of course, leave it to Mine Factory, they do it. Sacred Rubber Tree. And you have to look up a YouTube video of that because the Sacred Rubber Tree is crazy. We're not going to grow one of those. We're going to have to hide this seed because I don't want to accidentally plant it somewhere. But we'll clear all this out and make it look natural again and have our new base where we sit and it's all peace and quiet, and then up in the sky somewhere, maybe in another area, will be a one chunk loaded with power coming up, and the power will automatically remotely feed into my system. So that's my plan. And then I also got some stuff going on in real life, so and maybe a little bit before I put out another video, because I got to do a bunch of iron to get things going, got to do a bunch of this Magic Crops grindy stuff. Figure out where I'm going to put a base because I haven't found one yet. I've been going out until my jetpack runs out. Luckily, over here on the bottom left there's a tooltip for 20. That's my power on my jetpack 20. And it'll go down as I use up the fuel. So luckily there's 19. So luckily that's a good indication when my jetpack's running low. So I've been trying to find a spot out in the world. I thought it would be cooler, but we'll find a spot to put up a permanent base. And then we'll find a spot to put up a power plant. We'll use the angel block and we'll do all that stuff. But that'll happen sometime in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to put out another video soon. In the meantime, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody who likes and subscribes. I think I got like 70 some subscribers now. So thanks everybody who subscribes. And I hope you like to Feed the Beast. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think. I'll try to get into some vanilla again because I like vanilla. It's fun. But until then, I'm going to have to sign off, and we'll catch you guys later.